Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, many things to mention from Nico Williams, big story, but also more on Arsenal, Gyökeres, Zubimendi, also more to say on Thomas Partey, Ekitike. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, here we are as always to keep you posted with the transfer market, with all the latest, and today guys, I want to start from the story of the last, let's say, 12 hours, coming from the morning and gonna evolve during the whole day, because the story is now everywhere, and it's important to enter into details of this. One of the big stories of the summer, agreement done between Nico Williams and Barcelona on the contract. So we are really entering into the crucial, important stages of the Nico Williams operation. What's going on, guys? Last Friday, so almost 1 week ago, the agent of Nico Williams decided to travel to Barcelona and tell Barca director Deco that the intention of the player was very clear and was to go to Barcelona. So big change compared to last summer. You remember that Barca decided to go for Dani Olmo, also because they had a feeling that Dani Olmo really wanted to go to Barcelona. Was not the same with Nico Williams. This summer, Nico sends clear message to Barca. I want to come and join Barca. That was the message from Nico, his agent, to Deco, Barca director. So really appreciated by Barcelona. The story is that then Barcelona started to work for Nico. So to understand the technical details of the release clause, the payment terms, the financial fair play, several stuff around this 58 million euros release clause, plus taxes, so it's over 60 million euros package for Nico Williams, plus contract and salary. But now in the last 24 hours, with Deco traveling to Ibiza, where there is Nico Williams, and also he had a contact with the agent of Nico Williams, we can say that the agreement between Nico and Barcelona on the contract is now done and completed. How is this contract? Not 5 but 6-year contract, same as Juan Garcia, so 6-year deal 2031, and the salary is gonna be around 7-8 million euros total package net per season. So Nico Williams basically decides to accept almost, it's just a small changes in the bonuses, the same salary they offered from Barcelona 1 year ago. 1 year ago, Nico Williams was not convinced, was not accepting, not just financially, but also about his decision to stay at Athletic Bilbao, play the Europa League with the club, dream of the final in San Mamés in Bilbao with Athletic, so he decided to stay at the club. This summer, Nico first said yes to Barcelona, I'm coming, and then stopped all the negotiations with the other clubs, because it's already 3-4 days that Nico stopped all the negotiations with Bayern and with the English clubs, despite 2 meetings with Bayern. Nico wants to go to Barca, and now Nico agrees on personal terms. Now the Nico operation is on Barcelona hands to make it happen with financial fair play, paying the release clause, trigger all the technical details and make the deal happen. But we are really into important stages of the Nico operation, and we will be following that one. One of the clubs that wanted to go for Nico Williams, but at this point understand that is almost impossible or really difficult, is Arsenal. Arsenal wanted Nico. Arsenal will still add an important winger this summer, because the expectation is for Arsenal to sign a top striker, a winger, a midfielder, and more. So let's put some order for Arsenal. First news of the day, Thomas Partey is expected to leave Arsenal as a free agent. No agreement over new deal, no agreement close at this stage. They negotiated, they discussed, Arsenal offered a new deal to Thomas Partey, no agreement on the conditions, and so now Thomas Partey can really leave Arsenal as a free agent. Let me say that as of today, there are very good chances, let's say barring any last minute change, Thomas Partey will leave Arsenal as a free agent. So let's follow that story, let's follow that situation. On Arsenal, it's also important to say that Myles Lewis-Skelly signs new deal at the club, new long-term deal, it's done, it's agreed, and it's an excellent news for Arsenal, because despite all the rumors on Real Madrid, last week I came here and I told you the club is very confident, optimistic, sure that Myles Lewis-Skelly will sign a new deal, and now it's done. So one more news, Thomas is leaving, Lewis-Skelly is signing a new deal, and don't forget about Martin Zubimendi. Because Arsenal will sign Zubimendi, it's a here we go since May, not today, not last week, 2 weeks ago, May, here we go, Martin Zubimendi to Arsenal. Now, just to clarify, Arsenal will not formally pay the release clause, Arsenal will pay slightly more than the 60 million euros, around 63, 64, but in installments. Very good relationship with Real Sociedad, the Merino deal, the Odgaard deal, and now they will pay this money in several years. So this is the agreement. Zubimendi will do his medical, sign the contract, and become a new Arsenal player, a crucial part of the new project, wanted by Mikel Arteta, who was absolutely instrumental and crucial to make this deal happen for Zubimendi, because despite interest of several clubs, Barcelona 1 year ago, Bayern even before, also Liverpool considered the player and wanted the player, they were quite close 1 year ago, now Arsenal have been able to make it happen. So Zubimendi goes to Arsenal, no doubts about that. Many questions on the striker. Just wanted to clarify something on Gyokeres, guys. Waiting to understand how this situation of Gyokeres will be resolved between Sporting and Victor Gyokeres agents. Remember that Sporting had a pact with Victor Gyokeres agents for the player to leave for 60-65 million euros this summer, and now the president is still not respecting this pact and deciding to ask for a higher fee. So this is the situation around Gyokeres. I also wanted to clarify that despite the rumors on agents being involved, different agents being involved in the story, I'm not aware of that. There is no other agent taking care of the story for Victor Gyokeres. The agents of Gyokeres, so Hasan Çetinkaya and all the other people close to him, are taking care of this topic with Sporting, trying to get the best solution possible, with Arsenal still there for Victor Gyokeres. So that's the situation as of now for Gyokeres. Waiting to understand, because Gyokeres is giving priority to Arsenal, but now the pricing will be important. On Benjamin Sesko, as I told you yesterday, still no agreement done with Arsenal. Contacts continue, but still nothing agreed for personal terms, all with Red Bull Leipzig. So still not final stages of the story. Still want to follow for the striker position. On strikers, I wanted to close today's video by mentioning again Ekitike, because we still have to keep an eye on the Ekitike story. Eintracht asked for 100 million euros to Chelsea a few weeks ago. It was almost 2 weeks ago, and Chelsea started to explore different options, including Joao Pedro, who remains one of the players they are following, while Newcastle are in talks for the Brazilian. So Chelsea at the moment are not intention to pay that money. There is a feeling between English top clubs that maybe Eintracht in the next days or weeks could accept slightly less than 100 million euros, maybe 80, 90 million euros, but we will see what Eintracht will decide to do. Again, don't forget the other clubs, because Man United called for Ekitike to be informed of the situation of the player, to be informed on negotiation with other clubs. So Man United remain in contact with the agent, but I keep telling you, also Liverpool are there. Also Liverpool are in the race. I maintain my position. If, as I expect, Darwin Núñez will leave Liverpool, and again, my expectation is yes, Darwin will go, keep an eye on Ekitike, because for sure is one of the names they have in the list at Liverpool, and that situation could be one to watch this summer. And so guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories from Nico Williams and Barca, but also Zubimendi and Arsenal, and then Thomas Partey, what do you expect on this one, and then Gyökeres, Sesko, but also Ekitike. Which club should go all over this and try to sign Ekitike, who did fantastic at Eintracht this season? Let me know your opinion, guys. Hit in comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.